Hi, I'm Mona, and if you're here, you found Kaleidoscope Dreams Tarot. So today I have a 3-pile pick-a-pile reading for the Healing Energy Sessions. I have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Today's question is, how can I let go of control issues? How can I let go of control issues? So you may feel like you might be a little bit controlling, or you have been in the past, and maybe you're not sure if you still are or not, but you're trying to let go of that side of you. Now, I would like to say to subscribe, like, comment, and share on these videos. Maybe you want to share it with someone who's controlling. Or, maybe you might provide entertainment for somebody. But nonetheless, please share and comment so I know, if anything is resonating with you. That would be just great. So we are talking about control issues, okay? And perhaps you do feel you might be a little controlling. And we're going to find out at the end some advice about control issues. And we're going to be asking the universe and Buddha for wisdom, because I do use those 2 oracle cards. I use the Surrender Oracle cards, and I use the Buddha Wisdom Shakti Power cards. Okay? Now, I'm not trying to make you believe in the tarot or change your religion or anything like that. Okay, because we all have our own beliefs and how we think about things. We were all raised differently, and we all have our own mind and our own thoughts. Okay, what I'm trying to do is just possibly make you think about your own situation, how you've been doing things in your own life, and maybe how you can, find out other solutions to help you with your problem. That's it. Okay, that's all we're doing here. All right. Now, these piles may resonate or they may not resonate. If they don't, just move on to the end, okay? If they do, you do know that you are in charge of your own destiny, so don't take it to heart. Try to make the changes necessary for yourself to make yourself happy, to bring your own happiness to your life, okay? All right. Now that we got that out of the way, so I do have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. And if you need time to see which pile is calling out to you, or whatever, however you want to call it, then pause the video and decide. But with that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and start with pile number 1. Pile number 1 is first. Okay, so here's for those of you who might have chosen pile number 1, okay, or actually who did choose, not might have, okay. So we're asking, how do I let go of control issues? Or how can you let go of control issues? So let's find out. Okay, oh, we have the quail. Haven't had that in a long, long time. So the quail represents protectiveness and group harmony. So you may be overprotective of a group that you're involved in, or some people that you know, or certain family members, friends, whatever, right? So you may be overprotective of those people. And so when it comes to those people, you try to control a lot of situations, especially when it comes to negativity coming towards those people, right? Right. So let's find out what's going on here. Now remember, this may or may not resonate. If it does, you make your own destiny. If it doesn't, just move on to the end, okay? So first we have the Queen of Pentacles. Then we have the Three of Swords. We have the Empress. We have the Knight of Hats. We have the Eight of Wands. We have the Empress again. We have the Empress for the 3rd time. Wow. We have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Ten of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. So, very, very interesting. I have never in my life gotten 3 Empresses in one reading. This is insane, you guys. So we do have 1, 2, 3 Empresses, and that's basically all the major arcanas we have. So listen, there is somebody in your life who you see as the Empress, all right? This person, wow, you really you might think very highly of this person. All right? So, let's start from the beginning here. This is very, very interested. Okay, protectiveness and group harmony, huh? So maybe you are very overprotective over this Empress, protecting her from a group perhaps, okay? Let's find out. So we have the Queen of Pentacles, and this is a married woman, a wife, a mother, somebody who is financially stable. This might be a person in your life, right? But with this Three of Swords here, there's somebody else in your life, and this person is the Empress. And we do see the Queen of Pentacles staring adamantly at that Empress. The look on her face is one of just leering and just staring, just not very happy. Okay, not very happy at all. And the Empress is just chilling. She's just sitting there. She's just minding her own, doing her own thing. And the Empress is, she holds the qualities of all the queens. Not just one, but all. Okay? She's got passion. She's intelligent. She's emotional. And she's grounded. So she has all the qualities. Okay? And this is why the Queen of Pentacles may be leering at her, because maybe, well, not maybe, but because she doesn't have all those qualities. All right? But she shouldn't look so mad, because eventually in her life she will have those qualities. But you may be holding both of these people in the Three of Swords energy. And that's not fair, if you are. Okay? With this Knight of Hats here, you may be wanting to come towards the Empress with a very important message. Okay? Messenger, messages, the Empress. So yes, you might be wanting to come to the Empress with a very important message, a quick, swift information, all right? And, we do have the Page of Pentacles here. Of course, we have the Empress. I didn't mention her because I'm trying to work around her, because we do know that messages are going to be coming in to the Empress, okay? And so with the Empress right here, we have the Page of Pentacles here. And it seems like you might be wanting to speak to somebody about stability, right? You want to move forward in stability with the Empress, right? And you are looking at the Empress because you do want to also bring in information, some information about truth, okay? Right? You may have were involved with the Queen of Pentacles in a three-party situation because you were thinking about the Empress, and you might have gotten into this situation for the Pentacles, okay? And you are wanting to come in with a truth to the Empress. Empress, definitely wanting to come in with some truth. You have something to say, definitely. And you are coming in with this emotional information, and you are wanting to have the Ten of Pentacles with the Empress. This is your ultimate, outcome. This is ultimately what you want. But before you're going to go in with this swift information or news, you're going within, because you're trying to figure out a way how you can tell this Empress about this Three of Swords energy. Because you do want to come in with the truth. You do want to tell her the truth. You also do want to start something passionate with the Empress. Right? Now, it does seem here that you want to have control into this situation, but at this present time you're, because you may be somebody who's very controlling. All right? Maybe you want to be in control of everything around you, which is nice. We all do to some point. But when it comes to people, you don't really have control over others. There's just no possible way you can. The only person that you can really control is yourself, and how you, carry yourself, how you act towards things. That's going to be the ultimate decision on what kind of control you can really have in a situation, is just controlling yourself, right? So if this resonates with you, if this kind of sounds like your story, then yeah, we'll go ahead and see you at the end, and we'll find out what the universe and what Buddha has to suggest for you in this situation, okay? So I'll be moving on to pile number 2. Okay, so here's pile number 2, and the question is how to let go of control issues. How can I let go of control issues, okay? So let's go ahead and find out. Now, this pile may or may not resonate. If it doesn't, don't accept it, okay? You're in charge of your own destiny here, all right? If it doesn't resonate, just move on to the end. No big deal, right? And just see what kind of advice you can get. Okay, so we have silent testimony. It seems like we get this a lot. It's a lot of you keeping your own secrets. You know something about something, but you're not telling anybody. Okay, and maybe, you know, sometimes that's the best way to go, to be quite honest. So let's go ahead and find out what we got here. We got the Page of Pentacles. We got the Four of Cups. We got the Star. We got the Moon. We got the Queen of Hats. We got the Eight of Swords. We got the Nine of Rods. We got the Four of Rods. We got the Four of Swords. We got the Ace of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, and finally the Three of Swords. Alright, well, let's see what's going on here. Okay, the only major arcana here that we do have is, oh no, we have 2, my bad. We do have the Star card and we have the Moon card. Now, the Star card represents hope, okay? But it can also, what a lot of tarot readers don't tell you, it can also represent treachery. Alright? Not a very good word, not very hopeful sounding, right? Well, I hate to say it, but that's part of the definition of this card. Okay? Now, we also have the Moon card here, and the Moon card represents secrets, things that are not told, things that are hidden. Okay? So let's go ahead and start from the beginning, and we will find out what's going on here. Well, first we have the Page of Pentacles, right? And I've never noticed something on this card, or any of the Page's cards, as a matter of fact, but I do notice that this Page of Pentacles does have, well, I see that the light is shining on it, but maybe I can cover that a little bit. If you see right here, this Page of Pentacles has chevrons. And chevrons are used as a form of ranking in the military. All right? And this one has 3 chevrons, and that would be considered, I guess, a first class, right? That's like 6 ranks up from the beginning. Okay? Anyhow, I don't know if that makes a difference anywhere, anyhow, anyways, but this Page of Pentacles is looking at the past and is, you know, looking about things that have happened, and they're looking at things that have happened in regards to their money. All right? That's what I'm feeling here. Now, we do have this Four of Cups here, and somebody is wanting to make an offer to someone. Someone that they're looking, you know, at as a future prospect. And this may be why this person is looking towards the Star. Because they might have hope in this situation. All right? The only thing is, you know, this is, we're probably talking about you here, okay? If not, you know, just don't accept that. Just don't run with it. Just move along, okay? Don't get all crazy, okay? I'm just saying, but, you know, if anything, if this is you, you do have some secrets. And you have some secrets that you're holding inside. And I think the person you do want to offer this cup to, or this, I'll make this offer to, is the Queen of Hats. And this is a very emotional person. She is a mother. She is a wife. You know, she is a mate. Somebody who's very emotional, very nurturing, very loving. All right? Doesn't necessarily have to be your wife or your mother or anything like that, but she might hold those qualities, okay? And you're holding secrets from her. And I think you're feeling really trapped right now because you don't know how to get out of, you know, these secrets and lies and deceptions and possibly treachery that has happened in the past, and you don't know how you can possibly tell this person about it. You may have been in control of other situations, but in this one, you are not. We do have the Nine of Rods here. And the Nine of Rods is, you know, if you can see this guy, let me try to cover that. He's kind of standing there. He's got bandages on his head. He's holding up these rods. He looks beat the up, okay? But he is willing to run back into that battle and fight again. He wants to fight again for this Queen of Hats. Because maybe something has been shed, some enlightenment has been shed on this light, on his life in regards to this Queen of Hats. Okay, I think what the offer that he wants to make you possibly is, you know, the offer of love and a new beginning. Maybe taking things to the next level from where you had it last. But because you're so nervous about this situation, about possibly this treachery, you are hoping to find a solution by going within. And that is definitely the best solution to make. It's best to go within than to ask everybody out there in the world for their opinion, you know. Or maybe you can ask a bunch of people their opinions and put together your own opinion and come up with your own answer, right? Because that's why you're here, to find an answer. But I'm not the ultimate answer. I am not the absolute answer. I might be one option that you can look into, but there's a lot more options that you can check. Okay, there's books. You can Google things. You can ask a doctor. You can ask all kinds of people, and then you can kind of put everything together like a puzzle and come up with your own solution. Okay, I'm not telling you. What I say here is not absolute. Just remember that. Now, we do have this Ace of Pentacles, and you are wanting to start something new with someone, something stable, something, you know, maybe financially stable, something grounded, something permanent, something balanced with this Queen of Hats, and you could be this King of Pentacles, right? But now you're feeling trapped because you have put this person in the Three of Swords energy. And, you know, you might still be attached to someone. But how can you get into this Four of Rods energy if you're still attached? And you're feeling trapped in it? Well, my opinion for this situation, real quick now, you know, not having to do with the control issue or whatever, but in this situation, I suggest that if you're not happy where you're at and you want to move forward and make an offering to this person, make sure that there's no more Three of Swords energy. Because I can guarantee you this person's going to just straight walk away from you. Don't come to them and say, oh, well, we're going to separate. Well, don't come to me unless you're separate, then she's going to say. That's what she's going to say. Don't even come talk to me then. Not until you're separate. Okay? But until then, I'm going to live my life, and I'm going to move forward in my life and meet the people I'm going to meet, because if you're just going to keep telling me this bullshit, I'm not going to hang out and wait for you. Let me see some action. That's what she's going to say. Anyhow, if this sounds like your situation, you know, remember, you are in charge of your own destiny, and you can make things happen for you and bring your own happiness to your life. So just letting you know, just putting that out there, okay? But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and move on to pile number 3. That's the final pile, pile number 3. Okay, so we made it to pile number 3, pile number 3. So the question is, how do I let go of control issues? Or how can I let go of control issues? Well, let's go ahead and find out what we got here. All right, so we have the snake. So the snake represents fertility and life force, you know. You could be dealing with fertility issues. You could be dealing with children or having children, right? But the snake also can represent someone shedding the old skin and being new again, all right? So I would like to say before I start, if this does resonate and it sounds pretty bad, you know, you are in charge of your own destiny, and you can change things to bring happiness to your life, okay? So don't get all crazy, Just see what you can do for yourself to make yourself happy. Okay? Let's find out what we got here. We have the Five of Cups. We have the Ten of Swords. We have the Ace of Cups. We have the Star. We have the Three of Cups. We have the Page of Oysters. We have the Three of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, Judgment, Seven of Cups, and the Fool. Wow, the big beginning's pretty harsh, you guys. Whoever chose this pile, whew. Looks like, though, you might be shedding your skin in terms of the snake. We do have, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3 major arcanas here, okay? Now, you do possibly have hope in a situation with that Star card, but you know, the Star card can also not just mean hope, but it could also mean like some sort of treachery or something that's not so good, right? And perhaps because of that Star or that treachery, there might be some judgment going on. But I will say, I do see the Fool card here, and for an ending, that's the card you want. Anyways, let's start from the beginning here, okay? So you're feeling really sad over a situation, right? Something has just come to an end, and you are mourning over this situation. And, you know, it does take time to heal from things, of course. But you do see with the man in that picture, in that first card, there's 2 cups standing behind him. So all hope is not lost. But right now, whatever's happened, you definitely feel backstabbed and betrayed over this whole situation that you're going through right now. And I'm very sorry, okay? Regardless of what it is, and it's making you feel bad, I'm very sorry, okay? Now, we do have this Ace of Cups, right? And I think one of those cups behind you is that Ace of Cups. But you're just not seeing it yet. You're kind of sad, or maybe you have already kind of went through that situation, and now you are seeing that one of those cups is the Ace of Cups, right? And that cup is spilling over, so you might want to grab that other cup and put it underneath so all those emotions don't, you know, get wasted, right? Anyhow, we do have the Star card here, and you are hoping for celebration. You are hoping to have some sort of celebration over a situation, right? Or because the Three of Cups can also mean a 3-party situation. Can also mean that. So possibly you're hoping that somebody might not find out about this 3-party situation, right? That's a possibility. Now, we have this Page of Oysters here, and it looks like somebody is trying to make an offer or trying to bring a message of stability to somebody. So you might be trying to bring a message to somebody about stability. You know, you might want to start something new. And it looks like you really want to work this out with this person. You want to work on something because, you know, even though all this has been going on, you're definitely going to want to have a new beginning with this person. But you're going to have to tell them about this backstabbing that has happened. And I think that's what you're going to do. And we do have the Seven of Pentacles here. And it looks like that you are really focusing on these seeds of intention, and you are just wanting them very badly to grow. If you look at the guy's face, he looks really adamant on making this happen. He is really focusing and concentrating on this. All right? The reason why he's doing that is because he knows that whatever hope he has in this situation, he knows that he will be judged. He will be judged on the past, possibly this treachery, possibly this backstabbing, right? We do have the Seven of Cups here. And right now, you're just kind of hoping and wishing and daydreaming about, oh, how wonderful it could be and how happy we'd be together and celebrations and wonderful things, you know. So right now you're in that mode, you know. But you can't stay in that mode too long because the Fool card is there, you know. That's a great card to have for an ending of this, really trying time you're having. That's a card of positivity. That's a card of moving forward. And even though this puppy right here is walking, backwards, it's because you're walking backwards to somebody from the past, and you're hoping that that person will still be there for you. But I will tell you this, fantasizing about it is not going to bring you forward. You got to make your move because, a lot of times we stay in our head about stuff. We daydream and we wish and we hope. And what we're not realizing is that time is passing us by. And as that time ticks away, people are moving on. People are continuing with their lives. They're just doing the normal thing that people do. So, you can't gain control over any kind of situation, which is good because I feel here that you feel like you don't have any control here. And that's good because you shouldn't have to feel that way about anything. But I do feel that if you don't get in control of yourself, you're going to miss out on an opportunity of a lifetime. So shed that skin, get out of that old tired way, and move forward. Because the Fool is waiting for you to start a brand new beginning, a new adventure in your life that's going to bring you ultimate happiness. So if this sounds like your story, then I will definitely see you at the end, because we do want advice from the universe and from Buddha, see what we can come up with. All right, I'll see you guys there. Okay, so we made it to the end here, and remember that question? It was how to let go of control issues, right? How to let go of control issues. That's a really hard thing to let go of, especially if we've been trying to control others or do this our whole lives. We might not even feel like we're doing that because we're so used to that action or that way of speaking to others or controlling situations that we might not even know we're doing it. Sometimes people have called me controlling and I don't even realize that I'm doing it. But I do appreciate those who do tell me, because I definitely don't want to control others, because I know that the only person that I can really control is myself. There is no way that you can gain control over anyone else. There's just nothing you can do. It's just not feasible. You cannot change anyone. You cannot make anyone do anything. All you can do is make yourself do something. And that person who you want to change, they have to find that change on their own. And, you just can't do it. All right? So these are pre-shuffled. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the surrender cards. And we're going to find out what we need to surrender in order to help us to let go of these issues of control that we might have. So we're asking the universe, what must I surrender to let go of these control issues? Okay, let's find out. Okay, I hope you guys like how I set up the camera. I try to set it up so it's a little bit closer, but now I see there's a glare, so, damned if you do, damned if you don't. But hopefully it's all right for you guys, okay? All right. So I need to see all of them on the screen. That's kind of how I choose. And I am kind of seeing I'm seeing somewhere around here. Okay, well, I guess that's it. All right. So there's our surrender card. Put those to the side. Now, these are the Buddha Wisdom Shakti Power cards, and we are asking Buddha for some wisdom. Wisdom only, okay, right? This is advice, you guys. This is not absolute. Like I said before, no one's trying to make you do anything. What we're trying to do here is make you think, or I guess we are making you trying to make you do something. We're trying to make you think for yourself. Well, I mean, if that's a control issue, that's a good one, right? So we're trying to ask Buddha how we can let go of control issues. Buddha, how can we let go of control issues? What kind of wisdom do you have for us? All right. Let's find out what suggestion Buddha has, or what kind of wisdom Buddha has for us. Okay, well, I was trying to get it in the middle, but it was kind of forcing me to pick off the kind of around the top there. That was kind of weird, but okay, anyways. All right, so these are what we got. Let's find out, first from the universe, what it is suggested for us to surrender in order to let go of these control issues we might have. Okay, let's find out. Oh, okay. I gotcha. I gotcha, universe. Surrender, low self-esteem. So those who are definitely trying to control all situations, I can see how they could have low self-esteem. And the reason why people do try to control others is because they feel that if they have that control on others, that things will work out for their benefit, right? Because they can't see another way of moving forward, or being maybe friends, or being a certain way with others because of their, lack of self-esteem. Like they can't act like themselves. They got to be bullies. They got to push people around and kind of make people like them, right? Make them like them by being frightened by them, if you will. Let's see what it says. You deserve success, love, and abundance. Absolutely. Set an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem. So if you're feeling like you got to control situations or be a certain way around a group of people, or just to have people in your life, then, and you can't even act like yourself or be yourself, then there's a problem here with your self-esteem. You're trying to be somebody that you're not. You may think that being rough and forceful and trying to control all these situations is making you like a powerhouse, or somebody that people have to be like, oh, I look up to that person because everybody listens to them. Well, it's really not the way to go. I mean, have you ever seen, like, there's people out there and they speak so softly, yet they have a lot of friends and they have a lot of people that want to listen to them, right? And the softer you speak, the closer these people get, and the closer they want to hear you and listen to you, right? But then when you start talking loud and being rough and rude and profanities and I'm this and I'm that and da-da-da-da-da, ain't nobody want to hear that crap. Ain't nobody want to hear that. They want to hear something from the heart, right? You don't need to take control of every situation because you want people to listen to you or be by your side or be your friend or just whatever. You really don't need to be like that, because you're going to get less attention that way. You're going to actually push people away is what you're going to do. And I know this firsthand because I used to be super control Mona, okay? And I figured out that, you know what, being an asshole, being a jerk, it's really not going to do anything but hurt other people's feelings. And I've even done it just recently. So I too have these bursts of control issues. But when somebody is trying to hurt another person, I can't help but to step in. It's just the fighter in me, you know. But I know what I'm doing. I know that I'm trying to be controlling and trying to control a situation, and I kind of step back eventually, and I say, hey, slap myself on the hand. Stop doing that. It's not cool, and you're probably hurting someone's feelings really bad right now, so just leave it alone. Okay? We all have our days. Right? We all do. Even I do. All right? So the universe is telling you to just surrender that low self-esteem issue you have, because, you are just like everyone else. There's no one better than anyone on earth. And I'll tell you why. The main reason is because we're all born. We all got to eat. We all got to sleep. We all got to go to school. We all got to learn. We all go through basically the same shit in life, ups and downs. You know what I mean? We just have different thoughts about things because of what people instill in our minds as children, and then we carry that along with us throughout our lives. And some of that stuff's not so great. But you can overcome that stuff. This is why possibly you do have a self-esteem issue right now, is because something from the past has caused you to have low self-esteem. But you're just as wonderful and loving, successful, and abundant as everyone else can be. And just know that from you thinking, I can't, you know what? You can. I'm telling you, you can. Everybody can. You can have love, you can have happiness, you can have success just like anyone else. But you're not going to find it if you keep that low vibrational energy, feeling bad about yourself, feeling like, oh, I'm never going to get this, or I'm never. Don't say that, because you can. Think a little bit more positive about yourself, because I'm almost sure that you can be such a loving person, and maybe you don't show it. You don't show that side of yourself to others. Maybe others think that you're this big old confident person, but low key you're not. And I'm here to tell you that you're everything that anyone can be, because we are all equal. All right? Whatever you want to be, you can be that. Stop thinking that you can't, because you can. All right? So I'm going to move on to the Buddha Shakti power cards, and let's see what kind of wisdom Buddha has for this situation. Okay? An imp. All right. I have received this card before. It was kind of a while ago, but let me read it to you. And I will say that this is the number 29 card, which reduces to the number 11, which is a master number. All right, so this is some serious business here. This is a real message. I feel that this is a real message from, not only Buddha, but from the universe, okay? Divine message. An imp, one of the 8 classes of demons. Choose positive thoughts that will chase away the devil. There you have it. So with these low self-esteem issues, you're just keeping all these negative thoughts in your mind, and perhaps it's so hard for you to move forward because you can't put anything positive into your mind. Somebody has definitely hurt you in the past, making you feel lack, making you feel horrible about yourself, making you feel like you're never going to be anything. In the past, I have told somebody that I love very much some absolutely horrible things. And I swear to you, I have asked God for forgiveness for doing this so many times, and I wish that He would hear me. But I don't think He does. He doesn't, I don't think He feels the love I have for Him. But I do believe that all those things that I said to that person in the past, they're definitely not true. That person is actually very intelligent and very loving, and he deserves all the love he can get, because out of a lot of the people that I do know, this one person who absolutely deceived me, he's the one being deceived by those around him, and I just hate to see him be in this situation and feel that low self-esteem for himself, because he is really the most fantastic person I have ever met in my entire life. And the reason I feel this way is because he got me to see the person that I am. He is the one that made me change my entire life and my world by showing me who I really was at that time. And I will be forever grateful to this man. Okay? Let's go ahead and read what we have here from this book. Okay? One of the 8 classes of demons. Wow. Okay, an imp, one of the 8 classes of demons. Buddhism recognizes the fact that there are other energies and entities existing in the world that we can't see, but that do interact with us and affect us. In the highest sense of the word, demons are simply the projections of our own minds, our fears and hopes, externalized and given power over us by our own accord. If you wrestle with it, you come under its spell. But if you acknowledge it and remain calm and open, it passes right through you and doesn't stick. Spirits are the cause of disease and natural disasters, good luck and bad luck, the source of Charlie Brown's friend Pigpen, Little Black Cloud, and the reason a person may see everything like Christopher Robin's friend Eeyore. What a good example. Good examples, right? A bit sad and gray. Some demons are parasitic and feed off negative emotions, and so encourage us to have them. But some are benevolent and can emit the faint scent of flowers and streams of positive, happy thoughts that waft through the air and cause a shower of blossoms to fall. During the 7th and 9th century, there was an attempt to classify these energies. The list has changed over the centuries, but it's still known as the 8 classifications of demons, or impure manifestations of the 8 types of consciousness. A few examples are Sadags, Titans, or guardians of the upper realms. Maras, obstacle creators. Rahula, the force behind eclipses that bring adversity or obstacles. They rank imps that move household objects, that make children sick. Rakshasas, demons. Yakshas, tricksters. Mamo, ogres or demonesses, and Nagas, water and earth spirits that live in the trees, rocks, and waterways. They can be friendly or antagonistic according how you treat their home. So a lot of these things, when it comes to demons and all that, these are actually thoughts that have been ingrained in our minds since childhood, right? When you're growing up, you go to church. Well, some do. You go to church and you learn about the Bible. You learn about sinning. And if you do bad, you're going to, be punished by God and all this, that, and the other, right? You're going to go to hell. You're going to burn in hell with all the demons, right? Well, that kind of stuff is man-taught. Other people put that in your subconscious to make you believe those things. And so you go through life believing that the devil's coming for you if you don't do right, that you must repent and do all this other kind of stuff that, I'll be quite honest, I have no idea about any of that stuff. And I'll tell you why. My parents, they never really pushed religion into me or any of my siblings. I mean, I went to church, but it was in a different language I didn't understand, so I have absolutely no concept of it. Nobody really explained it to me. So I was just pretty much sitting there waiting for the, I guess you would call it recess time, so I could go around and play with the other kids. So I have no concept of this spirit, and they're going to get you. I have absolutely no concept of that. I don't understand it. And it's because it was never put into my subconscious. So it's something that I've never really had to experience or understand growing up. Because I guess from the age of 1 till about 7, that's the time when you can ingrain these things into children. And I've never been told or taught about this. I do remember my mom giving me books about, magical books about fairies and all these happy things, but I never really got like a book with the fairies and then against the demons or anything like that. It was always happy, fairy, magical, wonderful, happy things. I never really got to read about anything negative like that. So when I was a child, growing up from 1 to 7, I thought that I was magic, that I could, you know, make people happy, that I could bring light to the world so others would be happy and the fairies would follow me and butterflies and just all kinds of happiness. That's the only thing that I kind of learned. But then as I got older, that kind of stuff faded because then school came along. And I never really discussed religion or anything like that in school. Nobody ever talked about that stuff. And then I moved on to higher education, and I became pretty much one of those people who always say, I believe in science. You know what I mean? Well, what religion are you? I don't really follow that. I believe in science. Those people? That was me. That was me until I met somebody, and that person just rocked my world, I'll tell you what. Because then all kinds of stuff kind of started happening. Like weird stuff. Not like, weird, like black magic or anything. Well, there could be that, but I will say, it was like weird spiritual stuff. It was stuff that was kind of good. It wasn't kind of bad. It was kind of like changing me in the sense of, trying to understand myself and how I was treating people in the past, and how, I was taught that to get involved with certain people and all that stuff. And I really didn't see it any other way. And, with all this black magic business, with all these people going around casting their spells and doing all their mumbo jumbo, whatever. I can't get the concept of that either. For example, if you're, say, somebody who does black magic, right? I will use this as an example. Maybe you've done black magic on others and things might have worked. You are this powerful magician, this whoever you are. You mix some kind of herbs and you mix it with the mud, whatever the heck you do, I don't know, because I don't really know about that stuff, right? I can grow bacteria in a petri dish. I can tell you about some mathematics. I can do that. Actually, let's use mathematics as an example here. If you are a person doing black magic, and you are, trying to go against somebody who is kind of like a high vibrational person, someone who's happy and joyous and all this, that, and the other, and you have done these magic spells on others and they have worked like no problem at all, but then you get that one person. You get that one person who believes in science, has absolutely no concept of what you're doing, who doesn't believe that stuff because it doesn't compute like that. You're never going to overpower that person because that person does not have the same belief or weird thoughts or weird ideas that you learned when you were a child. This person has a different concept of life itself. So when you have done black magic on somebody and then you see it works, you're like, yeah, let's go ahead and do it on this person. And then you do it on that other person and absolutely nothing is working. They're still moving forward. Things, bad might be happening to them, but that could be because of physical things that are done. Maybe someone steals from them or something like that, but that's not black magic. That's just straight out, deception. And then you see that this person is just going under, but then all of a sudden, boom, they're going right back up. And you're like, why isn't any of my stuff working? It's because you found a person that doesn't believe in that kind of stuff, or in demons, or in negativity. It's kind of like positives and negatives. Say you're dealing with a positive person, and you are a negative person, right? -1 and a -1. -1 plus a -1 equals 0. Nothing's going to happen, whatever you do. 0. Now, if you feel like, okay, let's get like 10 people together and let's just go against this person for, our black magic spell. So you got 9 negatives. right? And you got 8, and you got 1 positive, right? You have to consider this. You got those 8 negatives. You're going against 1 positive. That person's always going to be positive and think positively. So your answer from -8 plus a +1 is going to be -7, right? But this person is still positive. You can't make that person negative. So all that extra -7 is going to just bounce back to the negative side. And that person's just going to keep moving on. Boop, 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 boop. You're going to be like, damn, it didn't work. Why? Because you're just basically shooting all your negativity back to yourself. That's why it won't work. Because the person that you're trying to be negative towards, who's always going to stay on the positive side, is never going to feel your negativity. Is never going to have that concept of being negative. It's just like a simple mathematics. There's your science for you. You know what I mean? Sure, I still believe in science, but I do also believe in the spiritual realm. But I don't believe in the black magic stuff. I believe that whatever you do in that sense, it's just going to bounce right back to you. That's my concept of it. If you try to do negative to others, negative's going to happen to you. If you try to do positive to others, whether they're negative people or positive people, you're always going to remain in the positive. Because that's the kind of vibrational energy a positive person holds. It's just not going to work on them. Now, if you try to do your little magic spells on another person who has been taught all these negative things, oh, this will happen to you if you don't do the right thing, or somebody's going to cast spells on you. If you've learned about that as a child, that person is in that negative, on the negative side of the scale there. And it's easy to maybe overcome that person with your little magic spells because they're going to believe in it somehow because it was ingrained in them. But there's a whole bunch of people out there that just don't believe in that stuff because they just cannot grab that concept. Like me, I cannot understand why people are so afraid of a couple words that come out of a book. Some man wrote that book, you know? Swear, if that book said written by God, and I saw the picture of God on it, and his story, trust, I would believe it. But I just can't. I can't grab onto that concept, no matter how much somebody will try to enforce it into my mind and all. I just can't. I can't. You just can't convince a person that has not been forced to believe something as a child. And my parents, my mom, she gave me these fairy books. She didn't force me to read them, but I did. And I believed what I wanted to believe as a child, that I was magic and happy and bright, sunshiny, and everything was wonderful. That's what I learned. And this is why I carried that throughout my life, even though a lot of people have deceived me and been bad to me. I still carry that sunshiny happiness light, thinking that, everything's going to be fine. Just keep going and just do your best. And that's what I did. That's all I could do, because that's all I knew. Okay? So even though it's saying this is the 8 classes of demons, choose positive thoughts that will chase away the devil. The devil is a man-made thing. What's real is positive and negative thoughts about yourself. That's what I believe, okay? Don't believe that what I say is word. This is just how I grew up and the way I look at things, because that's how, that's all I know. Like, I have no concept of, I don't know. I do believe in God, but I believe God is inside me. I don't believe God is in a book. Whatever I know is from what I read from books. And the only thing I gathered from these books is the common sense stuff. Like the 10 Commandments. Okay, that's common sense. That sounds good to me. I'm good with that. But with that other stuff, I can't get that concept, no matter how hard I try. I can't. I believe in the Akashic records. I believe in the universe. I believe in God. I believe in, Father, Mother, Son, Child. That's what I believe the Trinity is. Because the Holy Spirit, if there's any, should be in all three of those. Why you got to make it a separate category? You know what I'm saying? But that's my belief. Doesn't have to be your belief. Okay? And whatever you believe, I honor that. I honor your beliefs. I'm just giving you an example of my own belief. That's it. And now, in order for you to help, in order for you to be, letting go of these control issues, I think it's time for you to do your own research on your own. Try to find the truth within yourself. Go to, knowledge is power. Go to some books, look things up. But out of all this, the reason you have the control issue is because of this low self-esteem you have for yourself. I just saw 5, 5, 5, 5. And that is the number of change. I think you are going through change. And I'm so proud of you for that. Because you're probably changing within yourself from your own thoughts and your own ideas. And that's what we want you to do here. We want you to think for yourself and find out the truth for yourself. All right? I do want to remind you that you do deserve success, love, and abundance. You deserve all that shit. And if you don't think you do, because other people are telling you that, fuck those people. That's all I gotta say about it. You don't need somebody to tell you who you are and what you are and how you are. I'm only here to tell you how I am and my experience. I'm not telling you what to do. You're coming up with that on your own. But anyone that tells you anything other than you can be, that you can't be loved, or you're never going to be successful, or you're going to fail in life, fuck those people. Straight up, fuck them. Okay? I'm sorry to have to be like that, but you know what? If the shoe fits, right? Because you can have everything and anything that you want in the world, and I believe you can. Sorry that I had to use those profanities. I will ask for forgiveness later, but hey, that's what passionate people do. Sometimes they throw out those words here and there. Anyhow, I hope this helps somebody out there, because I believe in you, and I believe that you will find the ultimate truth. And to just get rid of that low self-esteem, because you are an absolutely fantastic person. You are bomb, okay? That's all I gotta say. You are the bomb. And if no one can believe that, screw them. All right? So I am sending out to you as much love that you deserve. And if it's a lot, then take a lot, because I got a lot to give. All right? My name is Mona. This is Kaleidoscope Dreams Tarot, and I'll definitely see you guys next time. Bye.